Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about first time buyer mistakes. So this is going to be for you if one, you're somebody that's looking to invest in your first investment property, or two, if you're somebody who's on the lookout for your first home. So in the usual spirit of things, I'm not going to waffle too much and I'm going to get straight into this video. So I've got 7 first time buyer mistakes that you should avoid. Number 1, carelessness with your credit. So this isn't just about having a good credit score. We know that lenders are going to do checks on your payment histories and your credit just to ensure that you're going to be somebody that's going to be able to afford the monthly mortgage repayments and be able to keep up with your mortgage. But aside from that, it's also the fact that when assessing your eligibility for a mortgage, they will want to see that your credit is clean. That means that you do not have any outstanding loans to pay, you do not have any like overdraft or missed payments on credit cards and things like that. Because one thing they can do is ask you to clear that payment or whatever outstanding debt you may have before they can issue the mortgage. So that's why it's number 1 for me on this list. Make sure you're not careless with your credit and have everything paid off in full. This will ensure that your process is as smooth and easy as possible. Number 2, looking at houses before getting a mortgage in principle. Now I know that I said I kind of did things the other way around, and that's just because before I actually went on to buy my house, I'd sort of been looking and knew that it was something I was going to do for about 2 years before that. So I already had like mortgage in principles from that time before, so I knew what I'd be able to afford. Anyway, enough about me. So yes, I say make sure you have your mortgage in principle first, because this is going to make sure that the whole process is a lot quicker. If you go around and start viewing houses before you have a mortgage in principle, you're almost going in there blind, because you may potentially be viewing houses that you can't even afford. So you want to make sure that you get your mortgage in principle, have a clear written statement of what lenders will be able to give you, and that way you'll be bang on track to making sure that you're able to get something that you can truly afford, something that you'll be able to maintain mortgage payments on, and also something that will fit your budget. Mistake number 3, going directly to one lender. Use mortgage brokers. And the reason I say this is because if you go directly to one lender, you're only looking at what one bank or one lender can afford to give you and neglecting all others. What's the point of that? You're not going to be getting the best deal for yourself. Some may even shut you down and say they can't do anything for you in terms of them not being able to give you as much of a loan as you wanted. That was certainly the case with me. I think the first couple that I went to told me they wouldn't be able to give me the amount of loan that I wanted for my property. And so that's why it's so important to go to brokers, because at the end of the day, they'll be able to search your database and find the most suitable deals for you. And trust me, there will be something out there for you. It's also worth noting that when I say go to mortgage brokers, that's not necessarily going to a physical mortgage broker. You can go online and just do a quick search on one of these mortgage comparison sites. That's what I did, and I definitely found it very helpful, because at the end of the day, even when you go to some of these mortgage brokers, they'll tell you that, you know, they've got all these deals available that aren't out there on the market if you go look for yourself, but that's not necessarily the case. A mortgage broker did tell me that when I was looking, and funnily enough, I went online and actually saw this same deal, which I was able to apply for myself. This leads on to point number 4, mistake number 4. Don't pay a mortgage broker. Look, if you're a first time buyer, you want to save as much as you can. You've got other costs to worry about. The reason I don't pay for them is because there are many mortgage brokers out there that will do the job for you for free. Their job is based on a commission. They get a commission from the sale, from you getting a mortgage from a lender. So you don't need to go and pay them additional admin fees. All the admin that they're going to be doing is going to require answers from you. So they're going to be calling you, they're going to be emailing you to get certain information and details. You've got that information, so you can do it yourself. Mistake number 5 is miscalculating all the hidden costs. So obviously we know that you've got your mortgage product itself, the deposit, how much your monthly payments are going to be. You've got your legal or solicitor fees. There's also insurance to cover, buildings and contents insurance, which is something you're going to want to get in place for either your first home or for your first investment property. But how about the hidden or not so hidden mortgage product costs? And when I say mortgage product costs, this is that sometimes when you take out a mortgage, you may feel that one deal is cheaper or better just because it's got a lower rate. But actually, if you do look closer, some of them do have product fees associated to them. So I'll give you an example. You may see one mortgage deal that's like 2.9% APR, and then another one that's like 3.1 or I don't know, 3.2. Yeah, this is just an example off the top of my head. Okay, initially you'll think the one that's 2 point something is a better deal for you because it's going to be cheaper, right? But no, not necessarily. You need to see if there's a product cost associated with it. This product cost can look sometimes like £999, which is essentially another £1,000 on top of your mortgage product. Now, they will tell you that you can either choose to add this £1,000 extra on top of your monthly mortgage payments, or you can just decide to pay it up front. Either way, you are paying more. So you need to look at more than just what your monthly mortgage payments are going to be based on their APR, but actually what is the associated product cost if there is one. Now, I'm not saying that having these product costs is a bad thing, but I'm just saying be aware of them, because sometimes you may even find that the one with the product cost actually works out cheaper. So remember to think this through and take it into consideration. Mistake number 6 is not viewing the property enough times before you decide that you want to place an offer on it. Now, I say this because it's so easy to get blindsided when you walk into a property and you just feel like, oh my gosh, this is it, it's perfect for me, it's beautiful. But you need to make sure that you look at the little things, because in the long run, these may far outweigh whatever you saw as beautiful at the onset. Make sure that you view the property a good few times to ensure that you've inspected every area or as much as possible of the house as you can. You want to check for brickwork, make sure there's no molding issues in the house, make sure that the taps are working, make sure that there's a good flow of water for the property. When viewing the property, you also want to make sure that you're identifying if there's any potential work that you're going to need to do. This will then impact how much you're willing to offer, because you're going to take into consideration that you may need to fix up or do up a few things before the house is ready. And finally, point number 7 is not seeing the hidden potential. Now, I've spoken quite a bit on this point in my last 2 videos, and that's just because when you go to view a property, have an open mind, all right? You may have wanted a 2-bedroom property or a 3-bedroom property, but look at the potential. Sometimes you'll find that you can get a cheaper property or find something that's more within your affordability by just seeing a house that potentially maybe has 1 room less than what you wanted, but has additional space which you can convert into that additional room that you want. Look at the space. What else can you do with the house? This is so important for your considerations if you're a first-time buyer and you're somebody who wants to be smart about how you're spending your money and how you're investing your money. Don't spend more than you necessarily have to. Have an open mind, see what's out there and see what you can make of it, especially if it's going to save you money and you're still going to end up with what you wanted anyway. So again, do not fail to see hidden potential. Always try and look at to see if you can add value to a property in any way, whether it be for you to move in and live in or whether it's an investment property. And that is a wrap, guys. That is the end of this week's video. Please do let me know if you've enjoyed this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you have done. Let me know in the comments if you're a first-time buyer or potential first-time buyer looking to get your first home or first investment property. I'd love to know if you have any other useful hints and tips. Please do drop them down in the comments. I'd love to brush up my knowledge also. And as always, if there's any other area or topic that you'd like me to cover, please do let me know and I'll make sure I go about creating that video for you. So anyway, thanks for watching and I'll catch you next week. Bye.